Joining us now, Democratic State Senator Roland Gutierrez. He represents the Uvalde area. Senator, it's always good to talk to you. There are always such difficult times that we have to talk about. Just wondering, Senator, how are the folks in Uvalde doing? How are you doing today?
Doing okay, Jose, doing okay. Best I can. Unfortunately, I contracted COVID today, so I won't be able to go to Uvalde tonight like I had planned. And so we just got to keep going for people and just try to be there as best we can.
It's a community that is forever scarred by what happened there at Robb Elementary, but it's still so recent. And then we have the video that was just released, and I know you've seen it, Senator. This 3 minutes after the shooting begins. 5 officers total, 4 initially. 3 go right up to the door. They get some return gunfire. 2 of them, by the way, have long guns. One has an M5. The other one looks like it has like an AR or something. And then from that encounter on, for the next 77 minutes, Senator, nothing was done. What do you see when you see these images? And I know that you have seen these, and I know you've talked to officials who have described to you in detail what happened inside those 2 classrooms, 111 and 112. What do you see in these videos, Senator?
Well, it's unfortunate, Jose, but what we can all see, and what we all surmised prior to even seeing this, was just inaction, a lack of urgency. As you play on that video into the 20 and 30-minute mark that they're there, you just see more officers talking to one another, I presume, trying to strategize what their next step is. And here's the unfortunate thing about that. The next step was simply what should have been the first step, which is what the training book manual tells you to do. Active shooter, you go in. And the guy continued to shoot. There was no excuse for them to do all of this, for them to be waiting around. No excuse whatsoever. I also don't see Arredondo in those videos. I see few DPS troopers in this video, which leads me to believe that we're only seeing part of the video footage. We know from their own admission that there's 12 DPS troopers in that hallway. And so there's also police on the other end. We have not received any video footage from the officers on the other end.
Which, by the way, I mean, to have police on either side of a hallway where in the middle there is a shooter that could come out defies any kind of logic. Why, Senator, is it taking so long to get answers? I know you have been fighting so hard to get answers. What's going on, Senator?
You know, Jose, we have a trial date set for August 4th on what's called a mandamus here in Texas, where we're going to demand the release of this information. We've also subpoenaed Colonel McCraw. We will be subpoenaing Colonel McCraw to be at that particular hearing. And the families don't want these half-truths and half-answers, and they don't want to be placated. They want the entirety of the truth. There was a video that I saw in one of the DPS trailers about a week out, and I was asked to leave, but I saw 3 minutes of that video, and I don't know if it was from a body cam or from a fisheye, but you could see the construction material flying over the officers' heads. And so it was a little bit further down that hallway, the angle of that particular camera. The importance of that is it's the awesome power of this AR-15, the sheer dangerous power. And in all of their dialogue and in all of their narrative, we've never seen an AR-15 prop. But every one of these officers knew what they were up against. And the unfortunate part is that those little babies inside that room were dealing with all of that when these officers couldn't.
You know, I keep thinking, Senator, of the day after the massacre when you and I spoke right at Robb Elementary. And I just, I can't stop, Senator, thinking about what you were told, and I'm not in any way going to give up any information that is insensitive, but just how those little boys and girls, experience what happened to them, those that survived, the few that did, but the ones that lost their lives, and just how they were in that classroom. It's just, I don't know, Senator. I mean, how do you just go forward, you know?
It's been very hard, Jose. I mean, you and I shed some tears together, and I had just gotten to know a lot of the members of that community and their parents, and now I can count on them as friends. And I've told them that I'm not going to leave them. I'm not going to leave their side, and they have a friend for life. I call many of them daily. I'm still meeting a few of the parents that I have not yet met. It's a long list, and every day I try to reach out to someone new to let them know that I'm here for them. We're going to find the resources that they need. The nightmares have stopped. And this is just from a casual observer, you know, from somebody that represents them. Could you imagine what those parents are going through daily?
Yeah.
For the rest of their lives, they'll have a double sense of pain. That's it.
And very quickly, are they getting help? Are they receiving financial assistance? Are they being cared of?
Well, oddly enough, the mayor and I penned a letter to the governor asking for the removal of the district attorney from the trauma victims assistance funds. Last week, the county commissioner's court removed her and gave those services to an ecumenical nonprofit. In addition to that, you know, I'm asking for an analysis, or we'll be asking for an analysis on VOCA funds and how we've distributed to these families. Most families are getting 2 weeks of lost wages, which I think is an insult. The maximum benefit is $50,000 per complainant if you prove up your lost wages. And so I'm trying to get the families some help there. But it has been really a disservice how government has treated them, up including until 2 days ago when the release of this information came out, and they were promised they weren't going to get it until Saturday. And so it's just disturbing to know where we're at right now.
State Senator Roland Gutierrez, I thank you very much with this news that you just got positive on COVID. I hope things turn out well for you. I thank you for being with us. Take care.